Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are breaking down a huge opportunity for anyone who's looking to do their graduate studies in South Korea, one of the top tech hubs on the entire planet.
So, let me ask you a question. Have you ever dreamed about getting your master's or your PhD completely paid for? And not just anywhere, but in a country that's literally at the forefront of innovation and technology? Well, you're going to want to stick around because that dream, it might be a lot closer than you think.
The key that unlocks that whole dream is the University of Science and Technology, or as most people call it, UST, in South Korea. And trust me, what they're offering here is a real game changer.
Now here's the most important part. The UST scholarship isn't just some little discount on your tuition. No, this is a fully funded program. And I mean truly fully funded. It's specifically designed for international students who are aiming for a master's, a PhD, or even one of those cool integrated degrees at a top-tier research university. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Here are the absolute essentials you need to know. The host country is, of course, South Korea, at the University of Science and Technology. It covers all the big degree levels, master's, PhD, and the integrated master's to PhD. Now, the most important date on the screen is the deadline for the spring 2026 intake, October 16th, 2025. Seriously, go put that in your calendar right now.
You know, that term fully funded gets thrown around a lot, but what does it actually mean in this case? I promise you it's so much more than just not having to pay for classes. Let's really dig into what's in this financial package.
Okay, check this out. This is what they mean by fully funded. It starts with a complete tuition waiver, obviously. Then they cover all your admission and registration fees, but look how much further it goes. You get comprehensive health insurance, they'll pay for your Korean language courses, and they'll even give you funding for overseas training. It's a whole package designed for your total success, not just your grades. And believe it or not, that's not even counting your monthly living allowance.
So, let's talk about that living allowance. What do you think about 1,430,000 Korean won?
Yep, that's the stipend for master students, paid to you every single month. It's a really generous allowance designed to cover your expenses, so you don't have to worry about rent or food. You can just, focus on your actual research.
But what if you're going for a PhD? Well, hold on, because the support gets even stronger. We're talking about 1,900,000 Korean won.
That's right, a significantly higher monthly stipend for PhD students. This just shows how much they value the advanced research you'll be doing. They're basically saying, hey, your work is important, and we're going to support you properly while you do it.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. This financial package is incredible. It almost sounds too good to be true. So that leads us to the most important question, right? Are you actually eligible to apply? Let's take a look at the requirements.
Honestly, the academic side of things is super clear and straightforward. For a master's, you need a bachelor's degree. For a PhD, you need a master's degree. Now, here's a crucial point. You can apply even if you haven't technically graduated yet, as long as you'll have that degree in hand before you enroll. And just to be clear, this is for all you international students out there.
So if that sounds like you, it is time to start getting your documents together. You'll need the standard stuff, of course, like your degree certificates and transcripts. But pay really close attention to your study plan or research proposal. That's your chance to really shine and show them what you're passionate about. And for you PhD applicants, your master's thesis is a really key part of the whole submission. It's a good idea to start gathering all this now.
Look, we all know application processes can feel like a total nightmare, right? But the good news is UST has actually made this pretty painless. We can break it all down into a really simple 5-step plan.
It's all done online, which is great. First things first, you'll head over to the UST admission system and create your account. Once you're in, you pick your category, you carefully fill out the forms, and you upload all those documents we just talked about. And after a final check, you just submit it and pay the application fee. And boom, you're done. See? Not so bad. Okay, now listen up, because this next slide is a massive pro tip, straight from the source. It is not mandatory, but they highly recommend that you contact professors in your field before you apply. Why? It shows you're serious, you've done your homework, and it helps a professor put a face and a name to an application. It can absolutely make all the difference.
So when you look at the whole package, the insane funding, the academic support, the location, it all really boils down to one simple thing. It's a chance.
And that is exactly what we focus on here at True Show. It's our whole philosophy. Everything starts with a chance.
This scholarship is the perfect example. It's a chance for you to go after your passion, to live in an amazing new country, and to build an incredible future for yourself without being buried in student debt.
So if you want to be the first to know about more incredible chances just like this one, you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to the Trusco channel and come join our awesome community of over 700,000 people on Instagram. We are always on the lookout for these life-changing opportunities for you guys. So I'm going to leave you with one final thought. If you get this scholarship, if you take this chance, what are you going to study? What big problem are you going to try and solve? What will your research in South Korea be?